Hey everybody, Theresa here of Lark and Design, and welcome back to our 2020 Disney album project. And today we're going to travel through Epcot, and we're going to visit the 3 short films feature, which is right next to the Figment Imagination ride. And so we went and popped in there while we were waiting to ride Figment, and the featured kit at Project Mouse this month is actually the movies bundle, and so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to document that movie. So a couple of fun things I did here for this layout. I went ahead and printed a bunch of the word strips onto, it's just 4x6 matte photo paper. And I printed them out kind of the way that I wanted them to go onto my card, and then cut them into strips, which you can see here. I also cut out one of the film clappers, I guess that's what they're called. And because I was thinking I would use that somewhere on my layout. And so I'm just going to cut all this out by hand. And I also printed the pattern paper in the top left-hand corner. I printed that, and that card is going to be the base for all these word strips. And so once I had the length of them cut out, I went ahead and laid them onto the card to make sure that I had the arrangement the way that I wanted to have them. And this is a great way, you guys, to use those word strips and sort of measure them in bulk, or not measure, but print and cut them in bulk, especially if you want to use a few of them or a lot of them on a card like this. I have in the past pulled word strips like this into a 3x4 card and printed them out that way. That's always fun as well. And what I do is each row is the same height. Even if the word strip itself isn't the same height, I just size it down so that each row is the same height. So where there's 2 word strips, they might not be opened in Photoshop as the same height, but I size them down so that they are. And that way you still get this sort of brick pattern when you glue them down. And it's a lot of fun. It brought some interest to the card. And if you're wondering, did I cut and paste these perfectly? No, I did not. But that's part of the look that I was going for, was this sort of texture and dimension here on this flat patterned paper. So I'm going to add my title here, and Epcot is pretty basic about this feature. It's just called 3 short films. And you'll notice I took a picture of the sign so that we could remember which films it was that were being shown. And so what was fun about this theater is that they did some fun special effects. And so the Mickey movie was an old classic black and white, but they updated it so that as an audience member, you got to sort of participate with the movie, and they made it a little more 3D. And they also made it so that the floor moved in the theater, and there was some water spray, and I think, and it was just really a fun thing. Now, the movie Piper is actually on Disney Plus right now, so you can actually go see that if you have Disney Plus, and that's a really cute little film segment. And we had already seen it at home, but they had done some different things with it in the theater, so that was a lot of fun. I had this photo of Alan right outside the building, and so I cropped it in a little bit to show the sign outside of the movie theater. And then I added one of the word strips here that had 5 stars, and that's from the movies bundle. And then I'm going to just glue a couple of wooden stars on top of that, just to show, that we gave it 5 stars. So, just fun little details like that make these layouts so charming, right? And also, it makes for a fun process, I think. I love being creative like this, and love pouring this little bit of time and attention to this layout. This is a single page layout, which means that there will be another single page layout next to it. And I think that I haven't decided yet what's going to be on the other side of that. Probably a layout about lunch or something. But I'll be sure to share that with you later on and connect that dot for you so that you'll see how I handle the opposite page. The great thing about using Project Mouse products is that most of the collections I can blend with this side of the page and use the same color palette and do a completely different event or a completely different attraction or ride there, just as long as I'm sticking with the same colors, the blues or the turquoise, the yellow, the red, and black and white. So it's really simplifies the process for these Disney albums, and I love that about Project Mouse. So I have a journaling card here, and I'm going to just write a few notes. I'm stamping my lines there with an old line stamp I've had in my stash for forever. I have permanently adhered that to my stamping block, you guys. So it's just always there, and I can use it whenever I feel like I want to. And that's always fun. So I'm just going to write a couple of things about how we felt about those movies. And then I added a couple of little blue or turquoise enamel dots, just for the interactive element of that journaling card. I love those little interactive cards like that let you check off the little boxes. I'm not a great list maker. I don't use lists a lot in my journaling, but I do like when you get to rate something like that. So this little card here was fun to make. I used the yellow star patterned paper and layered this marquee over top of it. And I felt like that left a little bit of space to do some stamping again. This little stamp is from Pink Fresh Studio, from the Dream On collection, and it's something that I've been keeping this stamp set on my desk lately because it just fits in with the Disney theme. So I stamped that and then added a turquoise arrow and a couple of enamel dots to that. There's like one more photo of me and Alan. We're wearing our little 3D glasses. And so I wanted to add a little touch of yellow again to that photo. And then that completes the layout. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you will check this layout over on the blog at larkindesignTM.com. You'll be able to find product links there as well for Project Mouse. And I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye, you guys.